So today we're doing a deep dive. We're looking past just skill and training into those unseen variables in elite sports.
So we're using the sources you sent over to unpack stuff like chance, predictability, and, connections.
Nepotism.
Exactly. The mission is to get to the real insights. Why don't the best always win? How much does who you know really matter? Okay, let's get into it.
What's really striking from the sources is how much isn't purely skill-based. They talk about chance.
Right, the unpredictable stuff.
Yeah, like the weather, a lucky bounce, maybe a questionable call from a judge, or even equipment just failing. It's all that variation you can't pin just on talent or practice.
And it's wild how different this is depending on the sport, isn't it? The sources really highlight that.
Totally. Look at individual sports, high-chance ones. Golf, for example.
Oh, yeah. Hundreds of shots. The weather changes, the course. It's why even a legend like Tiger Woods only won about 22% of his tournaments, the best ever, winning less than 1 in 4 times.
And current top players, like Scheffler, closer to 11%. It's incredible.
Right. Or MMA, 1 punch, 1 submission. Or, judging can be subjective.
That underdog win rate, 34%. That's significant.
It really is. And then you have racing, like F1. The sources point out something like 88% of the performance difference.
88%.
Yeah, is down to the team in the car, not just the driver's skill alone. Huge.
Okay, so compare that to team sports. Basketball, soccer.
Well, it's a bit different. More players, the game's longer. So the team's overall skill and strategy have more time to kind of smooth out the random bumps.
Makes sense. Fewer freak results.
Generally, yeah. The research mentioned uses this metric Q for upset frequency. Lower Q means fewer upsets. Basketball and American football had lower Q values, around 0.365. Compared to soccer or baseball, which were higher, closer to 0.452. So yeah, one lucky shot or error is less likely to decide the whole thing in those longer team-based games.
So, okay, rankings. We see them all the time. They're useful, but they're not predictive guarantees.
No, definitely not guarantees. They show past performance, right?
Yeah.
And that performance was already shaped by chance.
Oh. Yeah.
They measure skill over time, give you likelihoods, but they're fundamentally probabilistic. Can't just erase chance for one specific game or match.
Which kind of leads to the next big question, doesn't it? If chance plays such a big role, what else is influencing who gets to the top and stays there?
And that's where the sources bring in connections, often talked about as nepotism.
And it's not just about the athletes themselves.
No, it's everywhere. Ownership, like 16 of 32 NFL owners inherited their teams.
Yeah.
Coaching, Sir Alex Ferguson, having his brother as a scout, and player selection too, like the whole Bronny James debate right now.
So how do these connections actually help? What's the advantage?
It's often about access to better facilities, getting seen by scouts early, media attention. And there's this thing the sources called brand name loyalty transfer. Meaning if you have a famous last name, people already trust or recognize it. That alone opens doors, gets you opportunities others have to really fight for.
The sources had some clear examples, good and bad.
Yeah, definitely. Success stories like the Gracie family basically inventing BJJ for MMA, or the Harmon family in golf coaching, the Pettys in NASCAR. Those are dynasties built on family.
But then there's the flip side, controversies.
Right, like the criticism around Edmund Tarverdian coaching Ronda Rousey. Her own mom called him terrible.
Racing seems full of it, too. Richard Petty's illegal engine incident. Junior Johnson transferring ownership to his wife to sidestep a ban.
Enzo Ferrari's wife supposedly pushing people out. Mancini signing his sons at Man City when maybe they weren't quite top tier. And, in really expensive sports like racing, just affording to start often requires family backing. It's almost structural.
So how do chance and these connections, interact? In those high-chance individual sports, you'd think maybe a lack of skill would be exposed faster if someone got there through connections.
You might think so, and maybe it is sometimes. But often that connected person has a buffer.
A buffer.
Yeah, the famous name, the media interest, maybe sponsors stick around longer. They get more chances, more shots on goal, so to speak. An unknown player might get one unlucky break and they're just gone.
Whereas in a team sport, maybe the team can kind of carry a less skilled but connected player for a while.
Exactly. Or their spot is justified for reasons other than just pure performance, potentially blocking someone else who might be more deserving based purely on skill.
So what the sources seem to be showing is it's not just about being the best athlete. Luck and connections fundamentally change the game.
They redefine what best even means in practice. It's not just raw talent in a vacuum. It's talent plus navigating this whole system of random events and who you know.
So where does that leave the idea of meritocracy in sports? That ideal we hold up.
Well, skill is still crucial, obviously. It's the foundation. You can't get anywhere without it. But the path, the opportunities, the final results, they're clearly shaped by chance and connections, too.
It really makes you think. Given how much chance connections matter, what does fair competition even look like in elite sports? And what responsibility do the leagues and organizations have to try and level that playing field, if they even can?
That's the big question to ponder, isn't it?